Hi guys, how are you today? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching me from. So today I want to talk about bone art. But before I start, I just want to send my condolences to all the families and friends who lost their loved ones yesterday in the protests that took place in Kenya, and also to those who are injured. I pray for quick recovery. Um, it is a very trying time for us in Kenya, and so all your prayers and well wishes are really appreciated. And I just hope that all of this will come to a logical conclusion and that they will be resolved. And my prayer actually is that the leaders would just take a pause and listen to the cries of the people. Yeah. So, yeah, my heart is with Kenya right now. And yeah, just praying and hoping for the best. Okay. So, that being said, I hope that all of you are doing well today. So I want to talk about bone arts. Yeah. Um, I don't know when I came across this the first time, but I think maybe it could be like maybe the last few days, maybe a week ago. I can't really recall, but okay, yeah. So there was a video of one gentleman in Kibra. So Kibra is a slum in Kenya. Yeah, so he was in this workshop where like he actually documented the process of making art from bones. And I was really intrigued because this was like something really new to me, still is new to me, yeah. And it was amazing uh, how the process is, you know. They actually get the bones from the slaughterhouses, yeah. And that was very intriguing. Normally what would happen is these bones would just be like thrown away, you know. Yeah, but uh, it's very, very which word can I really use? Yeah. Um, artistic. Yeah, but to just see somebody take waste and turn that into something beautiful, because art is something that is appreciated in the entire world, you know. And art speaks to us, you know. It provokes thoughts, it just elicits all these emotions. Yeah, and in us, and I was really, really glad that I watched that video, and I was like, let me come on here and share this. Yeah, and also find out if any of you knows about this thing called bone arts. Yeah. So just briefly to recap what I watched. So they collect the bones from the slaughterhouses, and then they boil. Yes, bring it to a boil. And then they'll remove the bone marrow, you know. Hi, how are you? Yeah, so they remove the bone marrow, and then after that, mm, once they do that, they clean it, and then there's a process to it. I just can't recall the name, what that process is called. And yeah, they then like use a machine to cut it into the desired shapes. Oh, you're fine. That's good. And you? I'm okay. Thank you so much for asking. Yeah. So they cut it into the different shapes and they use it to make like amazing stuff like key holders. They could shape it into like the different animals, the big five animals that we have in Kenya. Pretty much anything that the machine would allow them to shape the bone into, they would do. And then they would paint it, and you would not know that it is a bone. I was like, wow, look at that talent. Hi, Brayden, how are you? Yeah. So I was just like so impressed. Yeah. I was super impressed. Um, Brayden, have you subscribed to the channel? How are you doing today? Yeah, so that is what I saw, and I just wanted to come on here and share, with all of you guys and learn for us to learn together. Yeah. Good. Thanks for asking. Oh, I'm glad you're doing okay. Yeah. So when I looked up bone art, I was, you know, I don't want to say surprised, but I was pleasantly surprised to find out that it's a thing. Yeah. And I was like, where have I been all this time? Where have you been? Where have you been? I was like, how did I not know about this? Um, hey, can you shout out to my cousin Jail? Is that how they say your cousin's name? Hey, Jail, how are you? Yeah, so bone art is actually a thing, and it's been happening for a while. I was just late to the party. Hmm. And it can also be done in ivory. So I don't encourage the ivory part because we all know uh, uh, like ivory is not really obtained in the right way. There's a lot of poaching that goes with that. So let us just stick to bone. Yeah. I love your energy. I like it. Oh, thank you. Oh, Zahid too. Hey, Zahid, how are you? Yeah, so yeah. So it's actually interesting to find that there are different ways of creating art out of bones. We have bone carvings, and you can have necklaces made out of bones. Oh, thank you. No problem. No worries. Okay, so yeah. So you can make necklaces out of these sculptures, and other wearable artworks. Yeah, bracelets, key holders, just you know, lots and lots of things. Whatever you imagine, you create, and all of this out of bones that we would just throw away. Very interesting. Yeah. Um. So let us see. Um, wow, I've just learned something here now that I didn't know. I'm telling you, we learn every day. There's a wealth of information out there that we cannot exhaust. That's crazy. It sounds cool. I would never know bone art was a thing. Oh, I never knew. I would never know bone art was a thing. Yeah, me too, Brayden. I was like, what are you talking about? Now there's something called arungu in Kenya. How do they call that in? It's like a walking stick, sort of, but not really like a walking stick. Let me see. In English, yeah, I know it in Swahili, because not all of the rungus are walking sticks. Some of them are just short. That you like a mace. Yeah, that's what the yeah, a mace. Yeah. So the Masai is a tribe in Kenya, and if you Google Masai, you'll see they still like have on their traditional attire. They've pretty much tried as much as possible to just stick to their roots and traditions, you know. Yeah, so they are not really westernized, which is, you know, which is good and refreshing. Patience N is, she's so pretty. Oh, Patience, thank you. Patience, please join the family by subscribing. Yeah, so I'm just finding out literally right now that this rungus, the maize, is made out of bones. Like, how did I not know that? Yet I see the Maasais all the time with their rungus. It's because the rungus, okay, the maize, rungu is a Swahili word. They're painted like really, they're so pretty, you know? It's like a stick, and then there is at the top, it's sort of round, like a round carving. Very, very pretty. I had no idea. Wow. That is so interesting. Yeah. So it's interesting. Yeah. And Kibra, the video that I watched was documenting the process in Kibra. Like I mentioned earlier, Kibra is one of the slums in Kenya, and it is really, really encouraging to see, you know, people living in such poor conditions, being so creative and artistic, and not letting their living situation, you know, just dampen their spirits, you know. They actually are industrious and go-getters, and this is so encouraging how they can make beautiful, amazing things out of the little that they have. Yeah, that is so cool. Yes, it is. If you watch the process, the bones, like the raw materials are like not so appealing, and you think, what would you make out of this, you know? But to think that someone really saw beauty in that, like they saw art in something that is considered waste, mind blowing. Endless possibilities to what we can do as humans, you know? Yeah. So interesting, interesting. So what they use to like sharpen, smoothen, and draw shapes on the bones is called they use bench grinders. Bench grinders. So that is what they use, and this is just so amazing. Yeah, you can like if you go online, you can check. I don't know if they're still in existence, but one of the groups is called Victoria's Bones. Let me see if yeah, because this article was done by Voice of America, the one I'm seeing here, but it was done like years back, maybe like 10 years back. Yeah, I like with that have they've put it to use for art and use for other stuff. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because you can imagine like living in the slums, it's you struggle to like just afford the basic necessities. The living situations are definitely okay, the living situation, the living situation is definitely not the best, and it's a struggle, and most people live like you know, below the poverty line, yeah, with very meager incomes. So just to think that there are youth in this area who are like, you know, we will not be defined by our circumstances. Let us think of something meaningful and creative to do. Kudos to them. Kudos. Yeah. Let me see if they still. Yeah. So it's called Victoria's Bonds. You guys can have a look when you have a minute. Wow. Amazing. Yeah, I saw this. I was like, you know what? I have to talk about this. I have to talk about this. And here I am learning together with you guys. Yeah. I think when I go to Kenya, I really want to go and visit this workshop so that I can hear directly from them. And if I get a chance, I'll be able to document that as well, or even take you guys with me so you can see for yourself and hear from the artists themselves. Yeah. Yeah. So that the artists can really explain in detail like what they do. Yeah, how they do it, what inspires them, what motivates them, the challenges that they face. Yeah. So this is one of the things I'm planning to do when I go back to Kenya. I could only imagine with that have for food and water and like basic stuff to stay alive. Yeah, Brayden, it's yeah. Sometimes I feel like some of us, not all of us, take things for granted. You know, when you wake up and you you know you can work and afford the basics in life. It's not a given to everyone out in the world. There are some people who really want to work, but there are no opportunities, and their circumstances are just like really not allowing them to make ends meet, and that is sad in this day and age. Hi, Fran, how are you? We are talking about bone arts. Yes, creating jewelry and other amazing stuff out of bones, like the bones from the meat that we eat. Is it from the meat or part of the meat? Yeah, yeah, but bones, animal bones. Just the animal bones, not ivory, because ivory is mad with a lot of dark realities that I don't support any art made out of ivory. But with these other bones that are always like just thrown like trash, yes, why not? That's why I don't take anything for granted. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Yes. Same here. Okay. So Victoria's Bonds Craft Group. That's the name of the group in Kibra. Oh, Fran, I am Muslim. Okay, Fran. So this group, what they do is they collect old and fresh bones, brass and horns, transforming them into jewelry, balls, and trinkets. Wow, who knew? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Amazing. Let's see. Yes. Okay. So, guys, thank you for the votes. 10 votes coming in. Oh, you didn't. I didn't know. Right. 10 votes. 40% say yes, they've heard of Born Art. 60% no. Yeah. Okay, so Nyawanga, who is a founder. Okay. Let me see. Yeah. He's a co-founder. He founded this with his friend, and wait just a second. I missed what I was gonna say. Yeah, so according to him, he says that he founded this organization or company, however you want to call it. It was founded to address the various challenges that they face in Kibra. We already looked at that, you know, and so he said residents would eat like meat and just throw the bones, and that's when he got this idea that he could actually, you know, and then he said, okay, so like they would throw bones and also butcheries. In Kenya, we have what is called butcheries. I don't know if they have those here, but basically they're like standalone kiosks, uh, which like buy meat from the slaughterhouse, and then they sell the meat to the residents or to anyone who wants to buy, but they cut it and measure it. So they sell the meat like from, it could be from half a kilo or 250 grams. So depending on your budget, you can buy whatever piece of meat you want, and the meat is normally like very fresh. Some of the meat, you know, you could still see the blood because it's like just taken fresh from the slaughterhouse. Yeah, so a lot of Kenyans buy meat from such places. And so when the owners of these butcheries are done, they just throw the bones anyhow or the waste. And this would attract like vultures and flies and stuff like that. So Nyawanga, according to this article, says that he was looking for a solution to that because the vultures and all that, it was like quite a nuisance. And that is when he came up with this idea. Yeah. That is problem solving right there. Entrepreneurship at its best. You solve a problem, you get rewarded, and you make the society a better place to live in. Amazing. Okay, I'm going to head out. I'm getting tired. It's 4:23 in the morning. Oh, wow. LOL, I love to stop by and say hi. I liked and followed you. I love to stop and listen what you have said. Have a good day. Thank you, Brayden. Thank you so much. Hope to see you again. Thank you for following me and subscribing. Once you have the notification bell, you'll be notified every time I'm live. All right. Thank you so much. All right. So, also they get the bones from the streets. Now they also buy from the butcheries. I guess the butcheries saw an opportunity and they're like, okay, let us sell. Yeah, and major slaughterhouses are within Nairobi. Okay. So now they are outsourcing like more bones so that they can just make like they can have like enough raw material for their art. Okay. Okay, so their first piece, you want to know what their first piece was? Their first piece was an elephant-shaped key holder. Ooh. Produced from a piece of bone. Now I want to go to Kenya so bad so I can go and like witness for myself. And I can't believe I had no idea. We have so much to learn. So much to learn. Amazing. Yeah. So he says their first piece was taken to, guys, just a minute. What is that? Okay, so sorry. Their first piece was taken to Hilton Hotel International Courier Shop where it was sold. And I'm sure it was sold for, you know, some good money. So that is really nice. Yeah. So after the first piece was sold, then it really encouraged them to create more and sell more. Wow. Guys, this process looks very, very like it's really amazing. I would want, I know I said it earlier, but I just want to say it once more. I would really, really love to go and document this and actually just take you with me live so that you can see for yourself, you know? Yeah. So this is on my list of things to do. List of things to do. I'd love to meet them, just talk to them, and just like get a feel of what the whole process is like, see for myself, be part of the experience, maybe carve out a bone myself. Yeah. Man, it's amazing the kind of art, like pieces that they create. Just wonderful. And they solved the problem, and they're getting rewarded for that. And that is amazing. It's amazing to see young people just utilizing their talents to do like great things in society. Yeah. So maybe one day you might buy a bone, like a piece of jewelry that's made out of bone or trinkets. Like, who knows? Yeah. Interesting, interesting stuff. All right, guys. So, unless you guys have any question, I just wanted to come on here quickly and share this with all of you. As you know, when I uh, hear of something new or just like interesting, I want to come and share here first. Yeah. So, let me see if there are other parts in the world that this is done as well. Let me see. Or let me just check if born art in Africa and see if that's a thing. Guys, thank you for your votes. Now 45% say yes, they have heard of born art. 55% no. Interesting. See, there are people who already knew about this. Well, better late than never. At least now we know, right? Now we know. Now we know. I don't know why that song came to mind. Okay. Let me see if the other parts in Africa that do this. Oh, you can also find bone art also on Etsy. Wow. Interesting, guys. So, yeah, unless you guys have any question, I think I really need to read more about this and learn more about this. Yeah. Um, what I'll do is when I make it to Kenya, I'll try as much as possible and see if I can go to one of these workshops and we can hear directly from them. Yeah, that would be amazing and real and authentic. Like, we can hear from them instead of just like Googling and finding things online. Sometimes it's better to hear from the people who do these things. Yeah. So, or from the horse's mouth, as they say. Any questions, any thoughts, any comments? Would you buy bone arts? Is this something that you'd be interested in? Let me know. I was wondering what that was again. Guys, any questions, any thoughts, comments? Nothing? right. So I'll have to go now, and I'll see you guys later. You look like Jenna Ortega. Jenna, really? I don't know. Okay. Yeah. So thank you guys for watching and hanging out with me. So I have to, Jinu. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'll be live later on in the day, yeah, but right now, unfortunately, I have to go. Okay? Yeah. So I'll catch you guys later. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. As always, I want to say thank you to all of you for texting and liking the live and voting. So thank you guys so much. And have a blessed day. And I'll see you guys later. And as always, be a kind human. Bye.